Hi friends and welcome to the video of Just Being Earnest. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you what are the things that you need to know if you are looking to become a dividend stock investor. So let's begin. Being a dividend stock investor, let's say if you are looking to invest in stocks in Singapore, so these are the three dates that you must look at when you invest in Singapore stocks. So the first one is ex-dividend date. So basically what it means that you must purchase shares before this date in order to receive the upcoming dividend that the company is paying. So if you buy the stocks on this day itself, then technically you will not be getting the dividend, but the seller who sold the stocks to you will be getting a dividend. The next date to look at is record date. So this is the date when the company will review its shareholders' records to determine who qualifies for the dividend payment. And this day itself usually happens 1 or 2 business days after the ex-dividend date. And then the last date that you need to take note of is the payment date. This is the date that the dividend will be paid out to you, and you can check into your bank account whether you see that you have received dividend. And this payment date can be 1 week, 2 week, a few months later, depending on the schedule of the dividend payout date. These are the 4 websites that you can consider to look at in order to track what are the Singapore companies that are giving out dividend. So the first one is sginvestor.io, second one is Investing Note, third one is dividend.sg, and the fourth one is Growth Bean Sprout. For sginvestor.io, so this is a website that you can look at to filter out what are the companies that are going to be giving out dividends soon by their excluding date, by their record date, or by their payment date. Next, you can also consider looking at Investing Note, where they put it out in the calendar format, where you can look up what are the companies that are giving out dividends soon based on the following month or following week. You can also consider looking at a website which is dividend.sg, where you are able to see what are the companies that are giving out their dividends and how many times they're giving out the dividends and what are the date they're giving out the dividends. So their website is very slick, and you can basically look at the companies, search the company name in their search bar, and then see the track record of what are the dividend amount and the dividend date the company has given. And the last one, which is Grow Bean Sprout. So for this website, say that their website looks very friendly looking, and then they show it in a very easy looking manner where they show you the company name, the ex-dividend date, the payment date, the amount of dividend that's given in terms of DPU, and then what is the expected yield that you're getting based on the DPU itself. So these are the 4 websites that you consider to look at in order to find out what are the Singapore companies that are giving out dividends soon. In terms of investing for dividends from Singapore companies, then you want to look at the dividend payout date, the ex-dividend date, as well as the payment date. And then you also want to take note that if you are investing in Singapore stocks as a Singaporean, then you do not have to pay withholding tax on your dividends. Dividend investors who's looking to start your journey on dividend investing with Singapore stocks, then you can bookmark those 4 websites that I've shared. You can also bookmark the SGX website that also provide the full list of data regarding the companies that are giving out dividend based on the corporate action. And then you also want to set up alerts to know when are the coming dividends that's being paid out by the different companies. You also want to have a calendar that's created so that you can keep track of the companies that are giving out a dividend, and to make sure that based on the date that is the payment date itself, you actually receive the dividend from the company. And then lastly, you also want to track the performance of the dividends that's given out by your company that you've invested to make sure that they are growing the dividends or keeping their dividend payout stable. And then if the companies are in a way not giving a consistent or growing dividend, then you might want to consider divesting them. So these are the information that you need to know if you're looking to invest in Singapore companies for dividends. So hopefully you learned something new today, and do remember to make smarter financial decisions every day. Have a great day ahead, and bye bye.